This is my synthesis project by Quinuna Ray. There is a certain portion of the writing process that students need to work on in order for them to understand what they're writing about, how to write, and how to understand what their writing is about. First, we'll be talking about balanced literacy, and there are three components to that: interactive reading, shared writing, and independent writing. Interactive reading is the process where students participate in some form of reading, where it be from a T-chart, a big pictured textbook that students can read from, handouts that are passed to students, and things of that nature. So teachers can have their students popcorn read while they're doing this. One student can start reading one section of something, and once they finish, they can choose someone else to read a section, and so on and so forth. Shared writing is also referred to as passing the pen. This is where teachers maybe have something that's kind of similar to like something that has blanks in it, and they have parts of the story already filled out, or they can create a story with their students. So for example, a teacher could write a sentence and it could say, Jean is starting her business today. And then maybe a student can fill in the next sentence, and they can add their ideas of how they want the story to go along as well. Then there's independent writing. During this phase, students will probably get about 20 to 30 minutes to write about the topic that's given to them by their instructor, and then that will bring us into the writing workshop. The writing workshop has 4 components of it: a mini lesson with mentor text, an introduction, writing time, and sharing time. In the mini lesson, the teacher chooses a specific component, maybe such as voice, to go over with the students, and chooses a mentor text that shows what voice is in their writing. The introduction is just basically what it is: introducing the topic to the student and explaining it in a way that they understand. Writing time is the time that the student is allotted, maybe about 20 minutes, to complete what they've learned from the introduction and the mini lesson, and maybe choose some ideas from the mentor text. And then we have sharing time. Students can either choose to share to the class as a whole, in a small group, or maybe just personally with their teacher. During sharing time, there could be something as like a quick write, and students can each take turns, if they choose so, to read aloud what they wrote during the time that was given to them. Then we have the writing process, and there are 6 portions to this: rehearsing and pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, sharing, and publishing. In the rehearsing and pre-writing stage, students are basically kind of just coming up with ideas that they wish to showcase for their writing. In the drafting phase, students are actually writing what they're going to put out. In the revising stage, they are working on their piece sounding better. So this will be structural changes in the writing. In the editing phase, students are working on a piece of writing to look better. So these can be mechanical changes such as conventions. In the sharing phase, students can choose to share with their classmates or with the teacher. And with publishing, this is something that the students will have finalized and be able to showcase their work in something that they're proud of. Then finally, we have the 6 traits of writing. There's ideas, organization, voice, word choice, and sentence fluency and conventions. In the idea stage, this is where students brainstorm what they're going to write about. So they could probably have something such as a mind map or some type of web that will showcase their ideas and how they put them out. In the organization phase of the 6 traits of writing, this is how the writer chooses to lay out the format of the writing. So this can be where they start composing the beginning, middle, and end. Voice is a chance for the reader to connect with the writer and his story based on characters that he or she has created. During the word choice portion, when students are revising their work, this is the choice of words that a writer chooses to express their writing to paint a picture for the reader. This is also part of the drafting and revising stage. Sentence fluency is part of the revising stage, and it is how the flow of words and how they sound when written on the paper. In this stage, sentences are clear, they begin in different ways. And then during the convention stage, the rules of writing. well, this is the rules of writing, and this is done in the editing stage. So you can go over things such as capitalization, punctuation, and just words that students can omit altogether.